Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are moving on to our work with goddess consciousness, with the goddess aspect of Source. And this is part of a 9-day process. If you're just tuning in, go back to the previous videos so that you can start from day one and work through the process with us. I think we are on day 5 now, and we've been working with Father consciousness, with the divine masculine consciousness, and with the Dattatreya aspect of Father that guards the 3 realms that we kind of operate in: the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. So we worked with those 3 aspects over the last 3 days. We've been working with the 4 cardinal directions. And we're now ready to move on to work with 3 different goddess archetypes. Today we're going to be working with Kali. My hair's a little wild and crazy this morning. And that's so Kali, like that's so perfect for Kali. And I was actually feeling really strong Kali energy at the end of yesterday. So it's just perfect timing, divine timing in all things. So before we get started, we'll open sacred space and come into stillness together. Taking a deep breath in and a lengthy exhale. Knowing that when we begin to lengthen the inhale and the exhale, making the exhale longer than the inhale, we can help bring some peace to our body. We can help our nervous system reset. So just focusing on the breath for a moment, coming into stillness, finding the present moment here now together. And while you continue to focus on your breath, I'm going to open sacred space with our opening mantras. Om. 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sachivanam Chaturbhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarvavignopashanti. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today we welcome the Kali aspect of Divine Mother. We welcome her into our container to be present with us, to allow her awareness to move with us and through us and for us, for the greater good, for the purpose of our co-creative process, for the purpose of our ability to bring our most beautiful divine ideas and dreams to earth, for the purpose of us being able to step into who we truly are and to own that fully, to walk confidently, securely, and safely on this planet, to stand in our power and in our strength, to stand in the light and love of Source, to allow the light and love of Source to have dominion in our mind, our heart, our body. And we ask for Kali Ma's blessings, for Kali Ma's support, for Kali Ma's fierce energy to protect our divine intentions, to protect our divine work, to protect the work we're doing here together during these 9 days and beyond. Knowing that the Kali aspect of the Divine Mother is the fierce, ferocious, destructive aspect, but she is also ferociously protective of the divine. That is why she is fierce and ferocious, because when we allow our minds and our ways of operating to get out of alignment with divine order, with spiritual law, when we're not following spiritual law, when we're using our mind and our actions for destructive purposes, or for purposes that are not serving our highest good, or not serving our ability to create in the highest way, or not serving our ability to bring our heaven to earth and to live in the highest expression of our divinity, Kali Ma gets a little pissed. Kali Ma comes up, Kali Ma shows up to help us navigate our way back to divine order. So sometimes she can do that in a really ferocious way. I like to think of her as, kind of the like ferocity of nature, right? When Mother Earth is shifting and rising up in her ferocity, sometimes that's a Kali energy. That's a Kali energy. It's a destructive energy, but it's also purifying. It's also cleansing. It is also allowing for a new order to be established. So it can happen that way, or it can also happen in highly benevolent, peaceful, gentle ways if we allow that, and if we tune into her, and if we allow her to guide us and to show us what needs to be let go of. She can show up and help us work through West direction stuff, facing our fears, facing death, getting strong enough in ourselves to let certain aspects of our lives die so that something new can be born. And so Kali can give us that strength. She can give us that ability to stand in our power and our ferociousness if we need to, and because of how fiercely protective she is of the divine, of bringing divine order into the physical, we can call on her for protection and support. And so we are calling on you, Kali Ma, today to be with us, to show us where we need to come into alignment in benevolent ways. Show us that in peaceful, benevolent ways, but also stand ferociously with us, fiercely guarding and protecting our interests, fiercely guarding and protecting our ability to do divine work, to be agents of the divine in this lifetime, in whatever way that looks like for us. As we are on the path to destiny, stand fearlessly and ferociously with us, guarding against negativity, guarding against any influences or interference that may prevent us from bringing that highest divine order to our lives. So we ask for your help. We ask for your loving support. And we ask that as we continue beyond these 9 days, that you continue to show the way to our perfect expression of our soul's gifts, of our soul's unique talents, of our soul's unique wisdom. Help us move out of the way any blocks, any limitations that stand between us and our most unlimited nature, knowing that nature is unlimited, nature is limitless, nature is boundless. This universe is boundless. This universe is ever expanding. This universe is infinitely abundant and infinitely intelligent, and we ask that any ideas, any ways we've been operating that prevent us from experiencing that in its most beautiful expression in the physical, we ask that you help remove those barriers now. Get them out of the way. Get them out of the way for this group. We don't need them here anymore. Ideas of limitation and lack and loss are imperfect human ideas that lead to distortion. And we ask that you help protect us from that you help protect us from those limiting ideas as we do our work to reframe, reprogram, deprogram ourselves from the states of limitation and disorder and distortion that have occurred on earth. We ask that as we do that work, you protect that work because it is important work. We ask that you help us establish ideas of limitlessness and boundlessness and endless support, protection, and blessings from the divine. We ask that that truth be protected because that is truth. And we know that you fiercely guard and protect and uphold divine truth. So be with us, Kali Ma. Help us know you. Help us embody you in the most benevolent, beautiful ways we can. So let's just take a moment and feel the presence of Kali. Fearlessly welcoming her. Feeling her give you strength. Knowing that her strong, fierce constitution can help you remain strong and fierce in the face of any negativity, of any doubts, of any worries. And just taking a moment to offer gratitude. Thanking her for fiercely protecting your divine interests, our collective divine interests of healing and transformation in beautiful, positive, loving ways. Thank you, Ma. Thank you for being our guru. Thank you for being our teacher in all of the ways you teach us, in all of the ways your nature takes form and changes and evolves, in all of the ways we witness and experience the birth of life and the death of life. In all of the ways we can attempt to imagine this grand play that is ever unfolding throughout the cosmos. us. And thank you for our ability to be a part of that. Thank you for your blessings, your boons, your gifts, your protection, your love. Thank you for letting us call on you as your children. Thank you for being our mother. In honor of Kali, I thought we might pull a Kali oracle card today from Alana Fairchild's Kali Oracle. If you don't have this, I highly recommend it. It's incredible. Alana's decks are all incredible. And she's done such a beautiful job of depicting Kali and all of the ways she's been embodied, all of the ways we have imagined her, all of the different facets of Kali, of the Divine Mother. So just asking that the right card for us today come forward. Vishvamata. Okay. All right. Vishvamata, with her protection, even significant uncertainty does not need to be wrought with despair. There is a pathway that can shift any devastation into a palpable experience of being protected and guided through difficulty. Trust where you are being led. Grace comes from this. It goes on to talk about how the Divine Mother sees our capacity for transformation and awakening so much more than we recognize for ourselves, and will push us beyond our imposed limitations, which we were just talking about. And we need her for that. We need her to show us where we have our own self-imposed limitations in place. She helps us find the inner strength to move through what we've denied ourselves the right and opportunity to overcome. She helps us develop the confidence and the commitment necessary to undertake the challenges on our path. She guides us to stay true to the path, step by step, even if sometimes the circumstances don't feel like the path we want to be on. When this card appears, it signifies that we have the capacity to move through a situation we have avoided, and that we can do so in a gentler and more graceful manner than expected, and that we have the power of the Divine Mother's wisdom and blessing within us. It also talks about the babies that are hanging from her ears, and how this is an invitation to approach her as a child would approach its mother, with complete trust and positive expectation of what may unfold. And it also speaks to how, if we've had issues with mother figures in our lives, that her presence triggers healing related to any mother wounds we might be carrying. And that the Divine Mother does not struggle with human limitations. We can go to her in all of our messiness and all of our wounds, and she will receive us and love us and work with us to heal. She has no judgment. It now guides us to use an invocation ritual. So I'll speak this out loud. I bow to thee, Kali Ma, cosmic queen and supreme yogini of all hearts. You know how to overcome the ways in which I delude, deny, and diminish myself, where I am complicit in deceptions that can only birth sorrow. You are gentle and sweet, even as you lead me into direct confrontation with that which I have tried to avoid. Your compassionate wisdom is unwavering. Through your fierce devotion to my heart's liberation, I shall overcome even the deepest wounds within myself. Vishvamata, in your kindness, you require me to cross the threshold from fear to trust and blissful peace in the sanctuary of you. You know my capacity and how to evoke my potential into expression even more than I do. With perfect trust in your wisdom, I shall not turn away from what is before me. I shall successfully navigate and triumph over all soul challenges through your grace for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Let's bring hands to heart center and bow to Kali Ma, welcoming her as our guru to guide us and helping us excavate those parts of ourselves that are stuck in limitation, knowing that they have no place here anymore. And this is so perfect for me today because I've been working on a specific manifestation process. And over the last couple of days, which is such south and west direction work, which was triggered by what we're doing here, I started to have some doubts and worries come up. It was so perfect for this. Perfect timing, always. So this is exactly what I needed today too, was to turn to Kali and have this moment of recognition that I'm imposing limitation on myself. And one thing I like to say when I'm in this process of recognizing a limitation or a limiting belief that has been there that needs to be shifted is, why would I limit the universe by limiting myself? And why would I limit myself by limiting the universe? Right? Like, if we are unlimited, if we are limitless, literally any idea of limitation that we put on ourselves or on the universe is just vice versa. You know, if we think the universe is limited, we're going to be limited. If we think we're limited, the universe is going to be limited in its expression of what's possible for us. Isn't that just so funny? Like how as humans we have created a situation of such extreme limitation on this planet. Sometimes it's so hard to see beyond that. Sometimes it's so hard to stay in a place of, there are limitless possibilities in this universe. Literally, literally, it's infinitely expanding, and it is programmed in a way that allows for infinite possibilities. It is programmed that way. And we can tap into all of them. and we find ourselves I did this week, getting sucked back into ideas of limitation. Kali Ma's not going to have that. She shows up and she's like, not going to stand here with me. So that's what I was feeling yesterday. It was Kali coming through saying, you've come too far for this. You have come too far to allow any ideas of doubt or worry to get in the way of what we're working on together. So that's maybe a closing message for us. And I hope you are having a beautiful process as we go through this. I hope that you've experienced the energy shift as the days have progressed. I have. Comment in the YouTube comments, let me know how it's going. Again, you can reach out to support@starfamilywisdom.com if you have questions, if you want to chat, if you need support. Don't hesitate to reach out, and don't forget, you have access to all of the free information, affirmations below. So use those as well in your practice if you need a little reinforcement with what you're working on. Okay, we'll wrap up for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll bring us into our closing mantras now. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. That was my cat. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.